Hello guys, my name is Vishal. In this video, we'll have a look on this tool called Create Object Mosaic. This tool works on the raster images. So for that, I have downloaded this image of Mona Lisa painting. So I will just select this image, and then if you could see, right now this is generally Create Object Mosaic Tool. It's not working. Let me check if I could rasterize it first and then convert into I'm just picking 72 resolution image, and then let me try it again if this is working. Yeah, now you could able to see Create Object Mosaic Tool is working right now. So I can just click that, and you get a dialog box which is basically having a lot of options in it. So we have the size and height and width pixels, we have spacing, we have number of tiles, and a lot of things are there here. To get an idea, firstly I'll just create it quickly and then see what I may get here. So if you could able to see, now I got an image which is basically a pixelated form of this say Mona Lisa. It's basically of small rectangles created, and it's tiles. And how this image should generally come out is what I need to control from that dialog box. So I'm going to select that image again, go to this object mosaic tool, and then you should able to see this is the width and height, the width and the height options. So if you could see, it is 72 and this is 100 roughly sizes. I mean, number of tiles I can generally create. I would say it is 7:10 ratio to get precise square pixel there. So I'm going to choose a width of 72 and height of 100. That is basically the number of tiles I'm asking here. So once I do that and then apply it, then you should able to get the mosaic tile which is having a square shaped pixel or square shaped tile, mosaic tile. I should able to see a grid of all this pixels. Every pixel is basically a rectangular path. So it has just created something like that. So there are too many pixels here. I just wanted to try something else here again. Go to Object Mosaic, and generally if I've put some odd numbers here, okay, and you may get some non-square pixels there, okay. So generally you get a rectangular shaped pixel here instead of a square one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select that, go to object, and then instead of putting that numbers, I just say use ratio, and then automatically it will generally adjust the height number of tiles. Let's say if I put it 100, and then if I say use ratio, it will automatically adjust the height tiles in relation with the width one. And the whole idea is to give a square pixel here for the tile. So you want a bigger size image or a smaller size image, I can control here a new size. Current size is 726 and 1082 pixels, whereas you can change it if you wanted to. And we have the spacing also. Let's say if I put a pixels of 2 and 2 here, and then here if I put a pixel count of 30 or tile count of 30 in width, and then use ratio, then automatically it is giving me 30 to 45 ratio. I mean, you get 30 tiles here, 45 tiles there, and it is having a 2 pixels of spacing here, and the size is this. So once that is done, you could able to see the grid, and this grid has got some gaps in it, and it's giving me a effect of the mosaic tile in real, because the gap is making it look something like that. I'll just go to the object here and then just open the Create Object Mosaic, and then see there is a feature called Constrain Ratio. If you could see, the Constrain Ratio width option is enabled, and if I enter a value of let's say 25 in the width, and then I click this use ratio button and see what happens to the height. So height automatically changes. Okay, even let's say if I put a value of 56 here and then use ratio, it is changing the height value only. Whereas if I choose this to height and then if I change this to let's say 30 and then say use ratio, it will change the width option now because I've chosen the constraint ratio with height. So height is the standard number you're taking. You are entering a value by your choice that height is 30 and then use ratio, then width is getting affected. Whereas if I choose the width, so you need to enter the width here manually and then use ratio, then height will change. So this is constraint ratio for you. And you have a result option, one is color and another one is the gray. So if I choose it to gray, okay, and then apply, then you should able to get the gray image here. Object mosaic again, and then we have resize using percentage. You could able to see here there is a 100 value given. Once I've switched on the resize option, when I switch it off, it's going into the pixels. So if it is on, it's percentage. Okay, so that's how you can generally change or control the size there. So current size, and to current size you want exactly 100% or maybe 50 or maybe 150% of the current size. You can generally do it here. And you should see there is an option called delete raster. When I do that and then apply, earlier if you remember there was a copy, the image was intact there and then I was getting a tile here. So but when I say delete raster here, you get the tile and the raster image is gone there. Okay, so basically the idea is to create mosaic tile pattern using any raster image you have got with you. Apart from that, you have anything created inside Illustrator, maybe it is something like that. Okay, so I've got a star here. Again, this star does not give you the object mosaic effect because this is not a raster image. So I need to convert this object mosaic, this illustration to rasterize. First convert it. Okay, I'm using a 72 resolution image and then now it's a rasterized image. Once that is done, I can go to the object and then use object mosaic there and then use the settings as per your requirement.